Got a quick question, and then I'll get out of here about Lance and just the way that he plays the game. Coach Painter talked about last game. Maybe he didn't have that same kind of energy and fun feel that he brings every night. But how much does that trickle down to you guys when you just see him out there having fun, dancing, kind of the energy he brings to the court?
Yeah, no, I think having his energy is obviously a huge plus of what we have out there. I mean, whenever something's wrong, I mean, he's always got a smile on his face, and just seeing him out there, just having fun, just enjoying life at the same time, just gives us all joy and wants us to go out there and do the same. But I mean, like, he had a stroke, and he struggled that game, and I mean, we were just trying to pick him up, and I think once we were able to kind of do that, got a little life back into him here and there. But I mean, at the end of the day, just having his energy is huge.
So late fun night the other night. How do you kind of reestablish things going into another big game against a really good opponent?
Yeah, no, we're definitely excited. Back-to-back's a huge deal, and we're super pumped for it. But I think at the end of the day, I mean, we still got 2 games left, the Big Ten tournament and then the actual tournament. So we're looking for that and ready to work for that.
And you obviously don't want to power down after you've already clinched your season title. You still take this game. It's really high stakes.
100%. I mean, it's another game. It's a Big Ten game, and it's versus another really good opponent. So I mean, we're ready to play.
How are they different with Shannon now than when you saw him at first?
Yeah, they're totally different. I mean, he brings so much offensively, and not to mention that, I mean, he's a really good defender as well. So, I mean, just with his athleticism, his speed, he's very physical. So, pushing guys off their catch, making ball screens and handoffs hard. I mean, it's going to be tough, but and then also just offensive-wise, trying to find him in transition, and he makes plays. So, it's going to be tough.
Have you been guarded that seems to be that big and that explosive?
Not that I can think of, no. I mean, just with the talent that he is, I have not seen anything like that yet.
Yeah, just specifically on your defense, how would you kind of categorize yourself on that side of the ball? It's not an area that's really emphasized coming out of high school, so how have you developed there?
I think there's games where I want to guard, and I think you just kind of see that, and I think there's games where I just kind of sometimes be extra lazy, and I got to balance that and learn to take breaks on the offensive end and not the defensive end. And I think once I figure that out, then I should be a pretty decent all-around defender.
Yeah, and then specifically with Damask, he was kind of the guy last time. You guys put Ethan on him at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys gone over and kind of scout what his role is now and how he's kind of going to play off Shannon a little more?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Lance is still going to do his thing, and just kind of guard him like we did last time. I mean, he's a great player. So I mean, we just got to hopefully bring a really good defensive game plan.
I thought you did a really good job on Walker off the ball. Are you pretty comfortable guarding away from the ball now at this point?
Yeah, I think I just use my instincts a lot, and then obviously just going over our game plan that we do the week before, just talking about what we're going to do with their sets and all that stuff. So just really focusing and paying attention to that and then applying it to the game.
So I'm the guy who always asked, was that a pass question? When Zach kind of tipped that ball to you on that run out at the end, was he tipping the ball to you, or did he just fumble?
He claims he did. But I honestly, the week before, we were running just plays like that where Zach comes back, and I was just thinking in my head, I never said anything, but I was like, what if he just tipped it and I just ran? And just see if that worked. Because the defender will be behind me, and all he has to do is just hit it back court and I'll go get it. And I guess it worked. He did a little version of his own of it, so.
Then you guys got a couple days off last week, and then you obviously win the Big Ten and have all that. Has that been good for you to kind of recharge, and how cool is it to, does it ever get old to go through that and have all the confetti coming down in the neck?
Yeah, no, the off days are huge, and I think we did a really good job scheduling this year, just where we kind of made it harder at the beginning of the year. There's January, February, March making it a little bit lighter. We have more off days, so it's definitely been nice for me and my body, just being able to relax and rest. But yeah, no, it never gets old winning. It's super fun, especially with a group like this. I mean, getting Lance, Miles, Jason, Josh, their first ring is a huge deal for us as well. So,
just for something I'm working on down the line. When you were in high school, way before you knew you were going to end up at Purdue, did you view Purdue as like an offensive program?
To be completely honest, I don't really watch Purdue that much. I watch. I was a huge Kansas fan. I like Frank Mason. I like Justin Jackson. So I just like those, or Josh Jackson, sorry. I like those kind of guys. And I'd watch a lot of them. And then if it came to Indiana, it was more IU, just at the time, just because that's just what was on, and that's just what my dad had on. So I just sat there and watched it. But
Well, when you look at the last 5 years, Purdue's been one of the best offensive programs in college basketball over that period of time.
yeah.
How have you kind of seen things sort of evolve from, people perceiving them as just throw it inside, to Carson Edwards, Jaden Ivey, Braden Smith, Fletcher Lawyer?
Yeah, no, I think once the coaches kind of have trust in players to make those plays, and you get players that can make those plays, I think it probably makes it a little bit easier. I'm young, I don't understand what it's like to coach a team, but he's done it for a long time. He understands and puts trust in those players that can make those plays. And I think once he's able to do that, and us players are able to give him that confidence to give us the trust, then I think you can switch things around a little bit.
Do you feel like you're in a very different offense now than you were last year?
But then it comes down to it's
I think so, yes. I think just I'm a little bit better at making decisions than I was last year. I think I'm able to kind of create more for my own and just get other guys the ball in the right spots. So I think just adding that, and then we obviously have Zach and Trey, so that's a really good post combo there. But I think with me just being able to kind of have that trust and faith from the coaching staff kind of makes it easy for me. So.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.